Almonzo was looking like he found a new home in Miami. The school was great, the nightlife was amazing, and with Almonzo being QB1, it seemed as if he had everything he could ask for. But he found more problems on the field than off, especially with his coaches. I wouldn't say Almonzo was hard to coach. It was quite the opposite. But I would say that when he made up in his mind that he was going to do something, that's how it was going to be. So the problem came during a statement game when Almonzo had made up in his mind that he was tired of losing, and he decided to take the game into his own hands.
Chat, we are here in Miami going up against the #1 ranked school, University of Alabama, and this is a statement game. And as you can see, Almonzo and Miami are already down 14-0, and like I said, Almonzo just tired of losing. He ain't sliding or nothing, putting his body on the line, and trust me, that's going to come back to haunt him very quickly and very shortly. But we are moving up the field. This is a lot more progress than what we showed in the first quarter. We're here early in the second quarter, so we got to make something shake, right? And that's what's on Almonzo's mind, bro. We got to make something shake. We got to do what we got to do. We got players who are open, but Almonzo's taking it outside of the pocket, throwing it to the dirt where only the receiver can get in. We are close on the 20-yard line. Almonzo sees a lot of green. Wait a minute! God damn! Oh. Rock this little dumbass, and he fumbles the ball. Oh well for that drive. But shout out to our defense getting the offense back on the field, and Almonzo's a little shaken up. I ain't gonna hold you. You ain't gonna see my boy scoot too much, and if he does, you know he gonna slide. Because listen, getting your wind knocked out of you like that is crazy. And right here, he gonna do the smart thing and tiptoe out of bounds. But after getting the first down, that awareness is crucial, especially if you want to be great at the next level. 2nd and 21, throwing up a prayer. And luckily, our receiver comes down with it, put us in position to score yet again. On the 4-yard line, Almonzo sees the green in front of him again, but this time we actually score and we get some points on the board finally. Jesus, and if we can hit this extra point, then it's going to be 14-7, making our deficit only 1 touchdown. And listen, this is bad motivation for AA, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. This is bad motivation because now he's seeing that when he puts his feet to the ground and makes some great decisions passing the ball, we can actually score. Defense, unfortunately, doesn't come out and get up another stop. It's 21-7. We got a man wide open downfield. Overthrow it just a tad bit, but shout out to our receiving core, man. And it's going to look good for us in the NFL if we can get a nice wide receiver group in the league, man. It's going to be amazing right here. We still have people open, but Monzo, he going to slide. We're going to get that first down, keeping the drive alive, moving the chains, dropping back again. Nice pass across middle field, and I'm starting to notice, Almonzo is starting to notice it's a little discrepancy around that middle of the field, especially when my boy starts scrambling right here. We see a lot of field in front of us, but we get tackled from behind, and we're in position again to score. And that's exactly what's on Almonzo's mind. We get a pancake on that line right there. We actually throw a dot to score. It is now 21-14. Fast forward to the top of the 4th quarter, bro. Starting at our own, well, at the 5-yard line, and look at Zoe scooting, looking real speedy, getting out of bounds to stop the clock. We need all the time we can get, especially if our defense can't get a stop. We don't want this to come down to no last-minute process right here. Again, moving out of that pocket, and the defense just starts to collapse around Zoe because, honestly, he eating them up when he comes out of that pocket. So they're trying to be ultra-sensitive, ultra-care, and that's the issue when it comes to a scrambling QB, bro. You don't know if he's going to run or if he's going to dot you up. And right now, Almonzo is doing both. We got the best of both worlds. 21-14, 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. And the pocket actually holds up for us to make a pass. We're on the 5-yard line yet again. And look at Zoe got green in front of him, and he takes it into the end zone to tie the game up. And Zoe scoring another touchdown with his feet instead of in the air is making him a dual threat. 21-21, defense comes out and gets a crucial stop. There's 4 minutes left, and Zoe is sliding again, getting the first yard, keeping the hope alive, honestly. That's all Zoe is trying to do is keep hope alive. We don't want to throw no pick. We don't want to do none of that. We got a running back open in the flats. X was open as well, but we're going to take off running and go out of bounds again. Make sure we don't fumble that ball. We don't want to lose possession right now, especially on a drive like this. Play action. We got X wide open again. Every time we ship out of that pocket, bro, somebody is open across that middle, cutting over, and we end up taking our first lead in the game. And not only that, but defense is charged up as well and comes out and gets a stop. It's 21-28, and Zoe is taking off again, not sliding, and they call it timeouts. We can't run out of bounds, but he definitely should slide. And yeah, he got it in his mind that he's going to take over this game. A lot of field in front of us again, not sliding again. Gets taken down at the 1 yard line, and y'all already know what we got to do, and that's score, because Bama has used all of their timeouts, and we're not giving them no opportunity to come back into this game. And we actually end up winning, beating number 1 Alabama 21-35. A statement game for sure, a big game for Monzo. And all of this does is gas his head up even more. Let's see what happens with the rest of the story.
Did not say stay inside the pocket. Why don't you trust the process? Don't even say anything. On top of that, you're not sliding it to avoid the contact. You're just taking it. Why? What are you going to do if you get hurt? Huh? What is the team going to do when you get hurt? This is your 3rd year here, and it seems like every down you're just trying to make it your last. If you can't trust the process and your coaches, what are you doing here, son?
The crazy thing is, Almonzo was used to this. It didn't faze him one bit. He was leading the University of Miami to a national championship game after so many years that even the boosters was telling him good job. With so many people in your ear telling you you're doing great, and one person telling you you're messing up, who do you think you'll eventually start listening to? But let's fast forward to the NFL draft, where Almonzo was set to go in the first round, all because of his accolades from the University of Miami. He had won a national championship with the team, and even then, it looked as if everyone was still not convinced. Some people from the media expressed that they thought he was in the perfect spot to be drafted, and others thought that he was completely overhyped. The atmosphere of the draft was everything that Almonzo wanted out of life, and he was definitely in for a treat. But first thing first, he had to get through the NFL Combine. Meeting one of the best wide receivers in the NFL at the Combine was amazing. Getting tips from someone who actually was in the league and from someone who was an impact in the league helped Almonzo see what he needed to do to be better at quarterback. But it was finally the day everyone had been waiting for, and Almonzo was super nervous. And then Deion Sanders pulled up, or to most of us, Coach Prime. Almonzo and Prime had a little history because Almonzo had passed up a full scholarship to Jackson State when Prime was there coaching. They joked and laughed about it, and Deion gave him some words of encouragement and advice for the long road ahead. And that's when the phone rang. Tennessee Titans had took a chance on Almonzo in the first round, 11th pick, after having some great pickups and retaining the NFL superstars on the team. Almonzo had that tough, never quit attitude that they were looking for at QB1. With an awesome wide receiver core and Derrick Henry in the backfield, Almonzo was stepping into a position to make Tennessee a Super Bowl contender. Now let's not forget about that contract. Almonzo was signing a 4-year, $18.9 million contract. He was going to be making roughly $394,000 a month, almost $5 million a year. If this wasn't a change of pace for Almonzo's pockets, I don't know what was. But that wasn't the only thing that was a change of pace, because shortly after the press conference introducing Almonzo to the team, he was already on the field, getting ready for practice.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Titans and the Bears. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Preseason football, boy. We got drafted to the Tennessee Titans. We got an amazing wide receiver core and an even amazinger running back in Derrick Henry. And I know you guys want to see me put the ball in that man's hand, and I'm going to do that. QB sneak right here for Zoe. And that boy still ain't sliding. And, of course, the injuries are going to pop up not far and few between. They're going to pop up very often. Right here, we sitting in the pocket. That's some of the most time I've ever seen Zoe have in a pocket. I'm not going to hold you, man. Coming at him full speed, we're going to slide. We're going to slide. Zoe got to learn his lesson, and he got to learn it quick. Right here, the handoff to D. Henry. And look at him breaking tackles, making moves. And you love to see it. So Zoe really don't have to come out of that pocket unless they in the man coverage. And if you playing on all Madden, brother, man coverage is crazy right here. They send a blitz. Coach actually went for it on 4th down, and that was a huge mistake. Zoe gets sacked. And here we are on the 4-yard line. And this is happening a lot more in Madden than I like. QB sneak again. I almost get hit with a safety. Zoe's not going down, trying to make up for the yardage that he lost running backwards. 3rd and inches, throwing a little dump down. A little screen play by design for D. Henry, but they shut that down immediately. Chicago has scored. We only got 25 seconds left before coach sits us down. So we're trying to make something shake. It's not really a great performance. As you can see, we only got 1 completion for -1 yard. And the Chicago Bears on all Madden are shutting us up and shutting us down. Of course, we end up losing that preseason game, but like I said, 1 completion for -1 yard and 42 rushing yards for Zoe in his debut preseason game. Game 2, hopefully we have a better showing than what we did in game 1, right? But of course, we're going to stick to the game plan. Coach wants to see D. Henry get some snaps. Of course, he's going to do that. But we don't want D. Henry to get hurt. We don't want Hopkins to get hurt. We ain't picked on Hopkins yet. And he's a great wide receiver that we have in this bunch, but they are covering him every time. Look at the broken tackle from Zoe. Now I see why that man don't want to slide most of the times, but that boy gonna get rocked if he don't chill out. Right here on 2nd and 8, they send a blitz, and now it's 3rd and 19, and we're gonna run that play action play one more time. I think Zoe's seen something downfield, but he's not gonna see 2 defensive linemen rushing at him, making it 4th and 29. We gotta punt the ball. But we are back on the field. Let's see if we can get something going, man. We need a drive. We need to put something together. X is wide open down the field. Hockey thought that was going to get picked off, but he ends up breaking a tackle, scooting down the line to the 10, all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that puts us in position to score. This will be a great opportunity for Zoe to do his thing, but coach wants to dump down screen to D. Henry, who takes that edge and ends up scoring. That is Zoe's first career passing touchdown. And we don't want to hype him up too much. Of course, we end up losing yet again, but 3 completions for 96 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 yards on the floor is amazing. That's a great improvement from game 1 for sure. Game 3, the last game of the preseason. We're going up against the New England Patriots, who have already marched down the field, got on the board. It's 2nd and 7. QB sneak. I tried to slide, bro. I swear I did, but it ended up turning into us getting 2 extra yards. And we get that first down, bro. Keeping the drive alive. That's what we're going for. That dump down screen that you have seen so many times before actually gets us a lot more yards than it has before. I know in the previous game we got a touchdown off of that, but the game before that we ain't get nothing off of that. Giving it to D. Henry again, a hard-working man. Scooting for some yards, and it's looking like this drive is going to actually give us a touchdown. And right here, floating it over the defensive end's head. And Zoe's looking smarter. Zoe's looking better. And I cannot be mad at it. On the 10-yard line, handoff to D. Henry again. And look at that man run all the way to the 2-yard line. We're positioned to score again. And I don't know. It's 3rd and 3. They done stopped us 2 times already. This does not look promising. And it is not. The blitz sends us to the ground yet again. And an empty possession. Not really. Actually, we get a field goal out of that. Starting back on the 25-yard line. Another QB sneak. And look at Zoe putting that man on the floor. And trust me, that's going to come back to haunt him. I ain't going to hold you. That's going to come back to haunt him. But put that man on the floor right here. Throwing the screen. Zoe draws everybody to the backfield. I don't know why they got D. Henry moving so slow, but he's breaking 12,000 tackles. And you love to see it because that boosts our passing yardage. We got 3 completions for 71 yards. Coach calls up the slant on 3rd and 8. Can't find anybody open. Everybody's guarded man to man. And another turnover on downs, a 3 and out. Chad, I ain't going to hold y'all. I ain't going to lie. I ain't put the clip in here, but we definitely threw a pick, which is why our teammate grade is up to a D+ right now. But Zoe got it in his mind that he's tired of losing. Look at the score. It's 14-6. QB sneak drawn up. Look at Zoe maneuvering. I tried to slide it again, but man said, no, big dog, stay on your feet. And it is what it is. Another screenplay. Big man thought he had a chance to catch D, but no, sir. We'll take that first down. And again, keeping the drive alive, right? That's all we trying to do is keep that drive alive. 3rd and 7. I don't know how alive we can get, but look at the pass. And I think Zoe is getting comfortable sitting in that pocket because old Zoe definitely would have ran out of that pocket. Probably got popped. Probably got dropped. And D again, a big hole right here. Getting us to 2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line. We in that red zone, man. Let's not have a similar incident where we don't score here or we got to kick another field goal, right? Coach calls up the QB sneak. Zoe is not sliding at all. He's trying to get in that end zone on the 4-yard line. Calling that play action play that I love so much. Swinging out. And look at Zoe breaking 1 tackle. Whoa! Damn! Getting rocked into the end zone. Why they hitting so hard for, bro? Jesus! They picked that man up off his feet. He ain't even have to do that. You ain't even have to do this, man. But nevertheless, Zoe did not fumble. Coach calling another QB sneak. And that's the type of love that you like to see from your coach, to trust. We need that. That boosts our momentum because that lets us know that coach believes in us. And look at D. Lord Jesus, God. Did you see the hit, though? Why they hitting us so hard? It's just the preseason. Giving it back to D again. And he is scooting and maneuvering. And honestly, this is the last quarter we'll be in for this preseason game. So we got to make it do what it do. I know you saw that play. I know you know it looks familiar. Zoe getting away from the first tackle and breaking the second one. But we're going to go out of bounds to stop the clock. 54 seconds left. We got 6 completions. 97 yards for 1 touchdown. Right here scooting again. Trying to find somebody open. And look at D-Hop. Getting the ball to the 1-yard line. What a great pass on the run from Zoe. And look at it again. Finally connecting with D-Hop, bro. It's about time, even though this is preseason game 3. I wasn't trying to get that man injured. And of course, we are on the 1-yard line, and I'm sneaking in. And that is another tutty for Zoe. And look at the heel toe. Oh, wait. But that is it for Zoe and the preseason, man. I hope you guys are excited for this series, man. If you are, make sure you guys leave it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you are new to the channel and you want to see some more Madden content just like this, and I got you guys. But until the next one, man, peace. I'm graded, I don't know, but this defense can never be stopped. Look at the lob, okay? And they need a timeout, Chad. I'm trying to told you. I am trying to told you. I am not trying to lose none of this and then one and Twan just in case you thought I was fibbing. I'm not lying to you, baby. We only got a 5-point lead.